Padel is an amazing sport and it's so easy to play, and I think therefore it's growing so wide out there. Even from the first time you step on the court you can have a good game ongoing. But I have some secrets to share with you beginner guys that I really think will make you improve even faster than your friends. Hi everyone, Niklas here from Racket Shop. So today we are on the Padel court and we just recorded a beginner guide for you guys that are new to Padel. We go through many different things. We talk about the shape of the racket, what you should choose as a beginner. We talk about what type of shoes you should buy when you play Padel. We also talk a little bit about some other stuff, for example, the grip size and how you can mix with it. So a lot of different things in this video that I really hope will help you guys to improve on the Padel court. So Padel is a sport that really are exploding in Europe and almost all over the world right now. It's a sport that many say is a mix between both tennis and squash. It's a sport that is really easy to start playing. I would say even if you are playing for the first time of your life, you can still have a really great and fun time and actually get the point going and do some really good shots. The thing that I would say is like why many people say that it's close and similar to tennis is because of course you count the points in Padel as the same way as you do in tennis. It's similar to squash because you can use the glass walls around the court. But I would say that tennis is kind of the most similar sport for me at least. The shots are really similar to the volleys in tennis, but it's way more easy. The game is a little bit slower, of course, depending on your level, but if you are new to Padel, I would say the court is slower, so you get more time to see the ball and to come totally wrong to hit and actually put the racket in the correct position to hit the ball in a good way. I will also say that the racket overall are more forgivable. It's easier to get the point where you want if you compare it to tennis. Also, I want to add that Padel often is played in doubles, so 2 against 2. In all the tournaments, you always play double, but in some facility you can find single courts as well. That could be a good choice if you just want to learn to swing and kind of get the feeling for the game as well. What you see here now is a double court, a standard court, and like I said, it's a game that it's really easy to start with, it's easy to play, and it's amazingly fun. Okay, so in Padel you can find both the round shape and you can find the teardrop shaped rackets and of course also the diamond shape. The diamond shape I would recommend for you as a beginner, but these two are both good options. First of all, the round shape racket. With this racket you have the sweet spot in the middle of the racket. It's really forgivable, a large sweet spot, and you get a lot of control in your game. If you look at the teardrop racket, this one is a good choice if you want to have a little bit more power, more speed in your game, but still want to have a kind of forgivable sweet spot in your racket. So instead of buying the diamond shape, please look at the round or the teardrop. More control, and the teardrop if you want to have a little bit more power in your game. Yeah, so first of all, I would say the best choice for you as a total beginner on Padel is to choose a racket that are round in the shape. This is because the sweet spot, the best place to hit the ball with, is in the middle of the racket. This means that you have a long length to go to the frame, so therefore it's more forgivable and, like I said, a larger sweet spot on the racket. Also, a lot of rackets that are round in the shape have either a low balance, that the balance is more focused towards the handle, or they have a mid-even balance. And this also makes, when you play, it makes the racket feel a little bit more lighter. It's easier to do your shots. On this model, it's even balance, but I still think that's okay. But you shouldn't be looking for a racket that are high in balance, because that is harder to handle on the court. This one is the best choice if you want a lot of control with a round shape. If you want a little bit more speed, you can go for the teardrop shape. Like I said before, the diamond shape will be too hard for you, but with the teardrop shape you can hit the ball a little bit more over the middle, and with this one you're gonna get more speed in your game but lose a little bit of the control. You'll also see that the sweet spot overall, it's not as great as it in a round shape, but it's still really forgivable, and I still think that it's something that you, even as a beginner, can manage to handle if you're looking for more speed. Both of these two models also is someone that I really recommend to you guys guys. It's Adidas Kanaga, and also you find the head Alpha Black 2.0. So really good choices for you as a beginner. This one a little bit more control, and this one a little bit more speed. So when you buy your first paddle racket, of course you are new to paddle, and when you play and are new, even if you are a good player as well, of course, sometimes accidentally you actually hit in the glass when you play. It's really expensive to buy a new racket, so therefore I really recommend you guys to instead, when you buy a racket, also buy a frame protector together with your racket. The frame protectors comes in many different models. This one, for example, you can like mix it together with the brand of your racket, like this one from Knox. But we at Racket Shop always sell this one as well, that has like no branding, so you can put it on different rackets. And what you do, you just apply it at the top of the racket, and when you hit the glass, it really will help, and you can save your racket and save a lot of money just by buying this little cheap frame protector together with your first paddle racket. So when you bought your first paddle racket and you want to improve your grip, it's a lot to think about, right? You have many different overgrips and other products that you can buy to actually improve your grip and make the best benefits in the game. I will start with the first one. I can't hold in them all, so I just putting the equipment here instead. The first I would talk about is the Ultra Grip from Toolson. This one is really popular if you look at tennis players, and I would say a lot of paddle players use this one as well. It gives you a little more tacky feeling. It's maybe not the best if you sweat a lot from your hand, but if you don't, please try this one. It's a little bit longer, so you have to cut it because it's made for a tennis racket, but it works totally fine and great for paddle as well. And this is the best-selling product from us. If you want to have another grip, I would also recommend the Padel Pro Overgrip from Wilson. This one is kind of similar to the Toolson Ultra Grip, also a little bit more sticky feeling, but this one is shorter and made for paddle, so you don't have to cut it by yourself. I will also say, if you have some problem with that you have a little bit more sweaty hands, maybe you're playing outside, I really have a look at the Adidas Overgrip instead. With this one, you can see the small holes inside it. It's called the Perforated, and you have that one from many different brands as well. And with this one, I think is a good choice if you, like I said, are a little bit more sweaty, but not as sweaty as you could be. So if you sweat a little bit, please have a look at someone that has the name Perforated as well in the name of the Overgrip. If you sweat a lot, if you're playing in a really warm environment, right, then I will recommend the Torna Overgrip. This one is a really good choice. You can see it, for example, in tennis on the Australian Open and stuff like that, when it's really warm and really hot. When you sweat a lot, this one is more like, it's not tacky from start, but when you start to sweat more, this one actually gets more tacky. So a really good choice if you sweat a lot from your hands. We also have some other products that I really want to highlight in this video. For example, we have the Gorilla Gold. We have this one that's just called the Gorilla Gold, and we also have the Gorilla Gold from Knox. It's the totally same product. And this one is, you can see if I can open it up here. Let's see. Oh, it's actually plastic around it. But it's like you can see, it's a towel. And this one you use either on your grip on the paddle racket, or you use it just on your hand, and it gets really tacky. So don't take too much, but it could be a solution if you sweat a lot or really want to have like the feeling that you are kind of stuck with the racket. So please don't take too much of this, but a really nice product if you want to have this really sticky, tacky feeling. Another product that I want to highlight is the 4-on Total Grip Paste. This one is like a cream that you put on your hand and put them together, and also give you a more tacky feeling. And the last product that is really easy to use, I would say, it's my personal favorite about these three, extra products. This one is the 4-on Total Grip Spray, and this one is like a hairspray. You spray it on your hands or on your grip, and then you will feel kind of, blister feeling. You feel a lot of tackiness, but also with all these products, please don't take too much of them, because then it will be hard to actually move around with your hand on the racket. And of course, sometimes you want to change your grip, for example, in your kick smash. But all these products are available at racketshop.com. So to play paddle with a running shoe or a training shoe is not the best choice because it gets a little bit slippery on the court, and also you don't have the stability that you really want on the court. Instead, I would have a look at either the ordinary all-court tennis shoe. That is a good choice for you that are playing on a court with less sand on, like I am on today, the Mando court. If you have a lot of sand on your paddle court, please have a look at the tennis clay court shoes, but don't play on the court that has less sand, because then you will get a little bit stuck on the court. And also you have the best choice, of course, a real paddle shoe like this one from Knox. This one is made for both courts with a lot of sand and also courts with less sand on the court. So please have a look at a real paddle shoe if you buy your new shoes. Yeah, I just want to highlight some tactical advices also for you that are new to paddle. Let's just go through them. First of all, I would say to always try to move together with your teammate. You always want to try to go to the net, because when you are close to the net is where you win your points. So if your friend or your teammate is moving to the net, please move together with him. If he's moving back, if you got the lob over him, then you should move back as well. Really important thing to think about. Also, some people are saying, which side should I play on? Should I play on the forehand side? Forehand side is the right side when I look to the net, or the left side of the court. Here often people like to choose that the player that are the more kind of offensive, the more aggressive player, the one that usually have more heavy shots, should play on the left side that we call the backhand side. And the more defensive player that maybe don't miss so much, is more focused on control in the game, should play on the right side of the net. Also, one thing that's really important when you are new, don't stress so much, just take it easy, try to find the control of the ball, and if you are in a decision that you have to make a fast call, maybe the ball is bouncing close to the wall or something, don't go and try to make an extremely hard shot. Just lob up in the air, then you and your friend got a lot of time to relax, to get back to the correct position, and then keep on going in the point. So always try to stay calm and don't try to miss. That's the best advice, instead of going to really crazy shots and trying to make a winner all the time. Yeah, that was all for today. I really hope you like this beginner's guide, and I hope it helps a little bit when you are looking for new equipment, new rackets and stuff like that for your paddle journey. It's important to choose the correct products, and it will also make the game way more fun if you have the right equipment on the court. But again, I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching.